Okay, and negative exponents. So let's consider these decreasing powers as a pattern. So if we have 3 cubed, that means 3 times 3 times 3, or 27. 3 squared means 3 times 3, 9. 3 to the first power means 3, just 3. Do you see how 27 divided by 3 equals 9, and how 9 divided by 3 equals 3? So if we were following the pattern, 3 to the 0 power would equal 1. If we continue this pattern of dividing by 3, 3 to the negative 1 power would equal 1 over 3. Let's look at the 2's now. We have 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2, that equals 8. 2 squared equals 2 times 2, 4, or the same thing as 8 divided by 2. 2 to the first power equals 2. If we continue this pattern, 2 to the 0 power would equal 1. And 2 to the negative 1 power would equal 1 over 2. If we continue dividing by 2. So the property of 0 as an exponent says that for every non-zero number a to the 0 power equals 1. In other words, any variable or any number raised to the 0 power equals 1. So for example, b to the 0 power equals 1. C to the 0 power equals 1. D to the 0 power equals x to the 0 power equals z to the 0 power equals 1. 3 to the 0 power equals 1. 29 to the 0 power equals 1. Negative 45 to the 0 power equals 1. 3.78 to the 0 power equals 1. 1,000,000 to the 0 power equals 1. The property for negative exponents says that for every non-zero number a and integer n, a to the negative n power is equal to 1 over a to the n power. In other words, if we have a negative exponent in the numerator, to make that negative exponent positive, we have to send it to the denominator. So let's try a few. Let's say we have a to the negative 2 power. That negative exponent belongs to a, to the base a. We can say that a is in the numerator because it doesn't have a denominator. You can imagine it's over a 1. So to make that negative exponent positive, we have to write it as 1 over a squared. Try another one. Let's say we do 3 to the negative 4th power. That negative 4 belongs to the 3. And we can imagine the 3 is in the numerator because we can write it over 1. To make that negative exponent positive, we would write it under the numerator or in the denominator. Now this would equal 1 over 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. In other words, 1 over 81. Let's try another one. If we have negative 4 to the negative 3rd power. To make the negative exponent positive, that negative exponent belongs to the negative 4. We put it in the denominator, negative 4 cubed, 1 over negative 4 cubed. This is equal to 1 over negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4. In other words, 1 over negative 64.